the fuck is up, my britches? If you are new here, hello, my name is Brittany. In today's video, we are finally talking about the new Oden'S and Angelica Nyqvist, the Hela palette. If you've been following me on my channel, I have been using this on the low. Everybody's been asking me, what are my eye looks? And I'm like, time will tell. There's a video coming. And here is the video for you britches. We're doing 7 looks with this. I have 5 looks already pre-filmed. I'm going to show you those today. And then we're going to do 2 separate looks live today. So, who's excited? Who knew this was coming? Who guessed it? I feel like everybody knew. Once Oden'S leaked that they were doing a palette, everybody's like, it's got to be with Angie. Because I feel like Angie really put Oden'S on the map. At least that's how I came across Oden'S. It might have been like Angie and Karen. Either way, I've heard of this brand through these people. So when I saw that this was coming out, I'm like, duh. Like, it made so much sense to me. And then once you see the color story, it totally screams Angie to me. So before we get into it, we brought out the wine today, baby, because this is a special occasion. So Angie, if you see this video, big congrats to you, girl, because I know how much you love this brand, for one. And if you've been wanting to try Oden'S, this could be a perfect opportunity for you to do that. And can I just say really quick, I wish other brands would do their launches like Oden'S. Like, they basically sent this palette out to influencers, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's like we've actually had time to play with it. We've actually had time to prepare looks and stuff like that. So I feel like every video that I've seen, like, I'm sure your guys' feed have been exploding with videos on this palette today. So I love the fact that it gave us opportunity to really test out them, and I could really show you guys the looks, because I know a lot of my viewers also watch Angie, and I thought that you guys would really want to see more looks rather than just see like a first impression or something like that. As a creator, I just appreciate that, and I feel like as viewers as well, you will appreciate it when like your influencers can actually use the products. Like, I could actually tell you exactly how I feel about this product. I don't have to guess. I've used the entire thing, and you're gonna see. So if you guys like this video, or if you found it useful or anything like that, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up or thumbs it down. That's cool too. And I see all the britches coming in the live chat. What's good? What's poppin'? And y'all, if you're not subscribed already, get your shit together, okay? I don't know what else to say. So let's get into the looks that you're about to see today, baby, because you've seen all these looks on my channel already, or you've seen them on my Instagram. I've been teasing the shit out of this palette, and guys, I cannot wait to show you all of these looks, because it's not even looks that I love. It's, I don't know, it's like I'm very proud of the content that I'm going to give you guys today. Because usually it's like a hot fucking mess. Y'all already know. All aboard, everybody. It's bound to be a shit show up in here. I'm so happy the way that Oden'S did this whole thing. It's just, as a creator, I really do appreciate it. So the fact that it's a collaboration with Angie, I know everybody's fucking pumped about that, right? Like, again, super cute packaging as per usual when it comes to Oden'S. I'm going to show you guys little like promo shots so you guys could see like what the palette actually looks like. So you have this sleeve, which is almost like a black and white sort of a moment. But then when you pull the palette out, you're seeing that it's bright, it's colorful. It just screams Angie. Like, if you know who Angie is, she loves her colorful makeup. But with this palette, I feel like is a little bit more approachable, I think, for people like me. Like, I tend to like neutrals or the more like basic as fuck type of color stories. That's my wheelhouse. So if I were to see this palette as a neutral lover, I'd probably be like, I don't know how I feel about that. But what my mission to do for you guys was show you how a more neutral lover would get use out of this palette. And so far, like, every look that I've done, I fucking love. So I already knew that I could expect really great quality through Oden'S as far as their formulas, as far as packaging. Like, they fucking kill it, okay? I don't even know what else to say besides that. So little details really quick. I'm sure you guys have all watched a million videos, so I want to get through this like, oop, wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. Here's the packaging again. So the launch details. So it's a little bit tricky because of the time zone. So you see on February 13th, you'll see like Eastern time, what the fuck? Eastern time and Pacific time. So obviously it's going to launch technically early. I'm saying that very loosely because realistically it's all at the same time. So you've got 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 13th. Or if you're Swedish time, you're going to be 1 a.m. on the 14th technically. So like I said, everything's realistically the same time. But you follow me, you get it. So what do we think of the packaging so far? I think it's super duper cute. And just a little bit more info. Like you basically get all of the shades on the back of the palette. You've got, obviously, the name of the palette up there. You've got 20 grams or 0.7 ounces, made in China. This brand is Sweden-based, so I guess you should prepare for, like, shipping costs and stuff like that, just because for most of my viewers, we're all from, like, the States. If you're in other countries, you might want to check the Oden'S website to see if it's available in your country. But they are based in Sweden, if you guys did not know. And again, if you wanted to see the palette again, it's fucking beautiful. It's totally an Angie palette. So let me get into, I'm going to show you guys all the looks that I already did. And then at the end, we'll do the 2 looks live, just so we have, you know, some chitty chat time and stuff like that. So in the description box, I have all of the brushes that I used. Everything's down there. I have Angie's link for the palette if you guys are interested in it. It's down there. I do still need to add her launch video down there as well. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I have all of the shades that I'm using. And again, in the description box, you can see all the brushes that I'm using. So this was the very first look that I did. And straight up, this was my favorite look, simply because you're going to see the duochrome that's going to come up in here. That duochrome, like, there's so many good shades in this palette, but when I tell you this duochrome river is my favorite, you do have to pack it up a little bit to get it to the intensity that I did. But I noticed, like, because there we go, so many people were commenting on how, like, as I would turn my face, you guys could see the shift happening on my eyes. You could see it right there, how it's got almost like a silver blue, but then it has a pinky shift. Fucking gorgeous. I think I'm going to use that today in my live looks because I need to use it again, but I want to use it with pinks to see if it looks any different. So again, this first look was my favorite. Jessica, I see you coming in with a super sticker. Thanks so much, girl. I pull it up on the screen, but I don't want to have too much happening on the screen at once, but I appreciate you. So here's the completed look. I wanted to do both eyes just so you guys could see. Look at me feeling the fuck out of myself. Yes, bitch. Fucking fire. And then with that shirt on top of it. Good job, Brittany. That look alone, gorgeous. Then we get into look number 2. And I apparently thought I was something with this because I'm over here like, I don't get down with color that much. If you're looking for color inspo, I'm going to tell you go over to Angie's channel because I know she's going to 100% have tutorials and stuff. She is one of the best people that I've come across on YouTube that does colorful eyeshadow. That's not my wheelhouse. I don't think I'm that great at it. I think this look came out beautiful, but it's very out of my comfort zone. So again, I have all of the shades that I'm using underneath where you're seeing me right now. But it's just, it's the proof is in the pudding right here. The only thing I will say, if you're paying attention, like when you see the screen kind of jump like it's a new clip, that's when you could tell that I'm going in and dipping in the pan again. So I do notice with certain shades that I do have to go in a few times, but that's just how I like to do colorful eyeshadow because I almost have to like tiptoe into it. I need to feel comfortable. I know it's makeup. I know it washes off, but like I said, I don't think I'm that great at it. So like I said, apparently I thought I was something doing a look like this. I think I saw like a TikTok look and I'm like, ooh, I want to make something that looks like that, but with these colors. But I had no issues. If anything, when I initially started using the palette, I think the pink gave me a little bit of a difficult time, but as I've used the palette more, it's getting even easier. And I do think that these shadows, I mean, I feel like this always, like this is why I prefer natural hair brushes because I think it just picks up the pigment so much easier because you guys see me using like the new Makeup Geek brushes. I'm using BK Beauty brushes. I use Refer brushes, Sonia G. I use a bunch of different ones. In these looks, I like to use synthetic because they are a lot more pigmented and I don't want to dye the bristles on, you know, like my natural hair brushes. I didn't experience any staining with the pinks, which was very surprising for me because I feel like anytime that I use pink eyeshadows, I always get staining. And look at this. I think this is the shade Venom as an inner corner highlight is fucking fire. Hot fucking fire, bitch. Kimberly, thank you so much for adding Angie's link, not Kimberly's link. I do have Angie's link in the description box if you guys are interested, like I said. Look at this look. Like, look at how much of a difference fucking lashes make, though, right? Good job, Brittany. You're doing great, sweetie. So that was look number 2. Look number 3 is going to be a more smoky, sexy sort of a vibe. But this one, it's going to look a little bit different. And let me tell you why. You guys saw me use this palette in 2 of my new makeup release videos. So you're going to see on the screen, it's going to start like a full screen like you've been seeing. But then you're going to start seeing, because it records while I'm live. So in, I think, the next clip, you're going to see me at the bottom corner. That's where you're going to be able to see the tutorial. But if you want to check out the video, see how it's down there? Or no, it's down here. See how I'm down in the corner now and you can see like the whole screen? That was just kind of how it has to be. But if you guys want to see it a little bit better or more blown up, I think you're going to see it pretty much the same way anyways though. But I did do this look during a new makeup release video. I believe this one was 2 weeks ago, and then my other look while I was filming new makeup releases, it was like the same sort of a situation, but that was last new makeup releases. So I feel like in every single video though, like I said, people were asking me, what are you wearing on your eyes? What is that you're using? It was a constant question, and that was why I was like, I really want to spend a lot of time on this video for you guys. Look at that fucking look though. That black, that metallic black is fucking fire. Y'all know how I talk about Scott Barnes all the time and how he has like the most beautiful metallics? It's like that. That shade is fucking gorgeous. Look number 4. This one was another one. It's so out of my element because I never use yellows. But the fact that this was like a yellow, but like somewhat grungy sort of a moment. Again, you see all the names down there if you're wondering what shades I'm using. But this shade Wolf, it like transforms things so differently because I feel like why this palette is a lot more approachable for people like me is because it gives almost like that grungy sort of a vibe, which I love for my makeup looks. So the fact that it's more grungy, I don't think it's as scary for me because it's almost like, okay, calm it down a little bit. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like I said, like colorful makeup just like freaks me out. And I don't think it looks as good. So you're seeing the shade double-sided right here. This is the multi-chrome that's in the palette. So this one, I think it definitely needs to be built up or put like over a base or something like that because it does have more of like that sheer base to it. So it's not going to give you something like bright and out there and really stand out. I think this look as a whole was a whole ass vibe simply because of how it paired with my eyes. And I just think that the colors work really well together. I'm like, I don't think I could have made this look with any other palette in my collection. Flower Punk was the closest that I could think of, but still, like, as a whole, the palettes are totally different. I just love how that looked on my green eyes. I thought it was so beautiful. And then the last and final look was from my previous new makeup release video, which was, what, 2 days ago? I was not expecting, you see how I'm down in the corner again? Just redirect your eyes, guys. So this one, I was like, all right, we're going to try something pink. And then it just totally went a whole different way than I was expecting. I think I'm going to do something like this today because I pretty much only do 2 types of looks. I do like a lighter metallic on my inner corner and then I build it to be gradually darker. And then I do like a halo eye. I feel like that's my lane, that's my wheelhouse, that's what looks flattering on me. As far as like super editorial type looks, first of all, I don't got time. But looks like this, I don't know, just as I was doing this during the live, I felt like I took forever to do it, but it was because I was talking. So if you were watching the live when I used this palette, like just know these are like super easy to use eyeshadows. Like for me, like I said earlier with how I like to build my eyeshadows and stuff like that, it does take me a little bit longer. But if you're more experienced, like look at that. It came out so different, and it's an effortless formula all across the board. As far as the metallics go, I do think that they look a little bit more shiny and reflective when you use them wet, which I'll show you today. But all it takes is just a little bit of building. So those were 5 looks that you've already seen me wearing. What was your favorite? I feel like I've been talking so much. Holy Toledo. So let's get into the actual looks that we're going to do today. I saw on my Insta story, people were requesting a green look. So I'm definitely going to do I think I'm going to do using the second row right here. And then I think I'm going to do a pink sort of a moment, like strictly pink. I always pull in this shade down here. If I had to pick a favorite matte out of this palette, it's definitely the shade Soot. I feel like I'm always gravitated to use that, and I need to almost tell myself, like, no, Brittany, don't use that one. So I'm going to try to stick with just the pinks for today. Maybe I'll pull in a little bit of this green right here, or maybe the shade Decay as well. But I think for the second look, I want to use this again. I just think this is so fucking stunning. Oh, so pretty. So let's go and do my first look. I'm seeing what you guys are saying in the live chat. Yellow, you love the yellow and green. No words, never thought I'd say. That is such a vibe. I love that. Do bright green on the lid. That's the plan. I think I'm going to do halo eyes though. Maybe. Do I want to do halo eye? Well, we're just going to roll with it. I'm not going to try to think too much about it. I just want to see like where it takes me. So, okay, after seeing like the palette, after seeing everything, are you guys like surprised at the looks that I came up with? Because I feel like I was. Like when I first sat down and used this for the first time, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? Just because I'm going to first use the shade Decay, I think. When I first looked at this, I initially was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do this? Because of how I feel about color. So I feel like a lot of people might have the same like reaction as I do. That's again another reason why I wanted to really like focus on this palette, because I think Oden'S is a brand that definitely needs more hype on the internet because they make incredible quality products. So I'm using the shade Decay. That's the shade Decay. And then also, I think it's pronounced Ouroboros. I don't know. It's the deep green shade. This deep green, though, is tricky. And I'm going to say it's tricky because it played me a little bit the first time that I used it. The first time I used it was with that colorful look. And it pulled blue, and I was not expecting it. I'm like, wait, where's this going right now? So I think combining it with Decay today is going to keep it in that like foresty green that I wanted to have. But do you guys see this pigment? Fucking insane. Of course, what lipstick am I wearing? I'm wearing the Dose of Color Stone. I'll put that in the description box for you guys as well. You guys remember Dose of Color Stone? What an oldie but a goodie. And then I'm taking that deep green shade and I'm just basically connecting. I'm just applying this kind of messily because now I'm going to go in with my, where's the brush that I'm looking for? I think I'm going to use my Refer number 1. And I want to blend this out with the shade Moss because I want it to get that like grungy, yes, that grungy crease. This almost reminds me of something like that I think Melt would do. Like, you know how Melt Cosmetics just has that like grungy glam sort of a look? I think that these are the types of looks that I would get out of their palettes. Except this is better quality in my humble opinion. I was confused about how to work the pink shades in, but you killed it! Thanks, girl. See, that's where I feel like when you look at these palettes, I'm also going to use these on my cheeks as well. So I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I want to use these on my face. So I feel like when you see like a super bright pink, it almost like throws off your eyes a little bit. Like I feel like all of your focus goes right to that. And like it did for me. I'm like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? But as you can see, super wearable, I think. All right, I'm going to leave that there for now. I want to take the shade Venom. Another thing with their metallics, I think that their metallics, I can't remember if I said this earlier, I think that their metallics apply better with a finger. I've tried using like my Esam W23, which is my favorite, or no, W21, and it works. I just find that I have to build it a lot more. I personally prefer to use just my finger because I get that punch way quicker. I don't have to sit there and build it and build it and build it and build it. I still have to go in maybe a couple times, but overall, I'm just like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. If you wanted to look a little bit more like shiny and bright, you can use like a brush and spray it. Again, I feel like with a finger, you really don't even have to spray it. The only one I want to mention that is like a very unique formula is that multi-chrome, which is the shade double-sided. So you could see like when you swatch it, it's almost like you could barely see it, but it does have really strong shifts. I think this reflects more orange, which I think if I were to make any critique, it would be, I wish that this went a little bit better. Because I think with some looks that I've done, I'm like, there's no way that I can incorporate that shade, especially for like an inner corner highlight. I almost wish that this had like a pinky shift or maybe like a purple, but I think a pink shift would have looked so, so beautiful. But either way, I ain't mad at it because it's still something super different. And you know what? I actually want to I'm going to take Venom out a little bit more. I want to pop that double-sided on the center of my lid just to see if it does anything fun and exciting, because you never know unless you try, right? Let's see. The multi-chrome is an iridescent multi-chrome. Yes, it's definitely more iridescent. Let's see if it does anything over the top here. I don't think on camera you could really see, but in real life you could see that. Oh yeah, you can see it, right? Can you guys see that? How it has that orange, almost like that orange look to it. Ooh, that's different and cool. Okay, and then I could always put that on the inner corner now, since I have it on, you know, the lid space. Let me take a little bit more of that deep green. I don't know how to pronounce this one correctly, so I'm just calling it the deeper green. I just want to basically blend a little bit better. But do you see, like, for how, like, I guess intense you would say this is? It didn't really take me that long, right? So instead of doing my other eye, I'm going to finish this eye because I feel like that's one thing I always do is I'll start one eye, go to the other eye, and then come back and finish the lower lash line. We're not going to do that today. I'm going to put that deep green shade on my lower lash line because this is how I roll. I did see that, oh my gosh, there was so many fucking videos today. So I was like, I don't want to copy anybody's look. I hope I'm not copying anyone's look. When I saw that people wanted me to use the greens, I know for a fact Morgan Turner did a fucking knockout green eye look. So if you want to see like a beautiful green look it's not the same as this. She made it look way better probably. But I did see that she posted a green look. I know Angie was wearing a green look, so I'm sure she's going to have, you know, so many looks coming with this palette. But I'm taking the shade Moss, which is more of like that pukey green, almost like a pukey poopy color green, which I love because it just makes everything more like edgy and fun, I think. And then I want to take a little bit more of that deeper green and then just smoke this out a little bit more. And then when I put lashes on, it's just going to transform as per usual. So here is what I'm going to leave for this eye look. Oh, no, we're not. We got to put inner corner. Let's do inner corner. So let me take my Refer number 3, and I'm going to actually use that multi-chrome double-sided. And I'm going to pop that right on here. Like I said, I think this works better with a finger because I notice when I use this, I have to dip in the pan quite a bit. See how it's not really giving me much yet? But when you build it, if you build it, they will come. All right, so there is cute little inner corner. Throw it up on the brow bone, and then we'll move over to the pink eye look that I want to do today. Bam! What do we think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Could I have done a little bit more? Probably. But for me and how I would use this palette, this would be a look that I would totally go for. This would probably be one of like my main sort of a looks because I fucking love green eyeshadow for one. But then two, everybody else loves green eyeshadow. So that's it for this eye look. Let's jump over and let's do my pinks. So let me take, now I gotta find different brushes to use because I don't want to keep dipping in with the same brushes. All right, refer number 2. I'm gonna take this Goddess shade, which is that hot ass pink. We're gonna blend out this eye base. I use the Gerard Cosmetics, the Clean Canvas eye base, as always, which you guys saw in all of the looks that I did today. Every eye base is the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas eye base. I'm going to do the same thing as far as technique, I guess you could say. I want to stick with something hot pink. So I'm not going to pull in anything deeper, I don't think, than this. At least not at this present moment. But we can get a nice Valentine's Day look going right now, guys. I love that for us. Does anybody have any plans for Valentine's Day yet? I think we just have, or no, we're actually doing that this weekend. We're going to a little concert. We're going to go out to dinner with all our friends. Okay, look at that. I'm going to take the shade Hela. And then I want to put a little bit of this on here too, just because I really haven't used this shade. But I think I'm going to use that more on like blending out the crease. And then I want to put the shade Hellfire in the center. The shade Hellfire. Let's speak about that real quick. This one, Hellfire is what I'm talking about. It pulls so different than what you think it's going to. It pulls, I don't even know. Like when you see it in the pan, it looks peach. When you put it on your eye, I don't know what it is about the look that I did yesterday, but it did not look peach. It tripped me out. I'm like, wait, what just happened? It's still beautiful. This one's a little bit more chunky, so you're going to want to be careful like dipping your finger in the pan. But I don't know what it is. It kind of reminds me of like Makeup Geek in the Spotlight, I think it's called. But when I used it yesterday, it looked more golden. If you guys saw look number 5, that's the look that I'm talking about. But today it looks more peach. I'm here for that. Now let me take my Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush. And this is where I'm going to take that shade Hela. Am I pronouncing that right? I think I am. Wouldn't be a Brit Clarke video if I didn't pronounce something incorrect, though. Hela, the Norse goddess of death. Yes. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Oden'S is, I'm pretty sure, based around like Nordic mythology, which it's not something that like interests me at all. Like for me, I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But it's not like a selling point to me, is what I should say. I'm going to take a little bit more of that Goddess shade. I want to add a little bit more depth because that lighter pink is a lot softer. And then I'm going to take that again on a fluffier brush. Let's go for the rougher number 4. Or is this number 4? Rougher number 1 with Hela. And then blend this out up here. See, like that's where I was saying about the that multi-chrome. If that multi-chrome had like a pinky shift with this look, it would be so pretty. I want to take more of that Goddess shade, which is the deeper pink. I think Goddess is what I'm going to use on my cheeks today for a little blush. See how it looks. I'm just trying to blend out the edges a little bit more, and then I want to go in again with the metallic. Yes, this is coming together. Trust the process. When in doubt, blend it out. Bam. All right, cute. A little bit more of Hellfire. I love the name of that too. And then we'll move on to, I think, lower lash line. What do you guys think? Oh, cute. Oh, I should have used River again, though. Like, how pretty is that? Maybe I'll put River on, like, the inner corner. We'll see how that looks, because I just want to have that on my eyeballs again. Let's do it. Let's put River on the inner corner, because this is another one. You do have to build it a little bit more to get it to really show the pigmentation. But again, like I said, if you use your finger, it'll probably work a little bit better. All right, one more layer. Doesn't really go, but fuck it. It's beautiful and it needs a moment. All right, let me go in with my dual-ended brush from Makeup Geek. I've been using this for my lower lash line like every day lately, it seems like. And then I'm kind of debating if I want to bring in a darker shade, but since I've already done so many looks using soot, I think I'm going to call it with just the pinks for this one. Wayne Goss is fire too. Are you talking about Wayne Goss brushes? Abso-fucking-lutely. 100% agree. The peachy shimmer, isn't it so pretty? Yes. So different. Like, when have you guys ever seen me do like a straight up pink look? Like, never happens. All right, I'm mixing Goddess and Hela. And then I'm just blending this out. Oh my gosh, so pretty. What do we think, everybody? Melody, 100% agree. She said rougher brushes are fire. Some of the faves. I've been loving these Makeup Geek brushes, though. Like, especially this one I'm using right now, this Define Crease brush. Hot fire. I think all their brushes are on sale, too. And BK Beauty is another brand that I love. And they still have, I think, like up to 30% off on their site right now. So many sales. I need to add a little bit more of the Goddess pink on this outer corner. But do you guys see how just nice and easily these blend? Like, super easy to control. They're not getting, like, I have no fallout on my face. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Which I expected. I expected this to be a hot fucking fire launch because I know Oden'S, they kill it. They kill it. All right, let me do Hellfire. I'm going to put this on my brow bone just to give it a little bit of a lift. And then I want to put some lashes on. So, if you guys have seen any other videos that you guys loved, please leave the names of the channels in the live chat or in the comments, just because I'm sure everybody's going to want to see inspo. Obviously, I'm not the best person that does makeup on the internet. So I want you guys to really look into this collection if it is something you're interested in it. I saw a lot of people were saying that they're like going to break their low buys for a palette like this, which if you were to ask me, is this palette worth it? What does it retail for? Like $44, I think. It's definitely worth that, in my opinion. The quality is there. You're getting great packaging. Oden'S I've never had a bad experience with. And I'm pretty sure are they doing a pre-order? I probably should have. I didn't have time to listen through Angie's video today, but I'm pretty sure that you're getting these scarves with orders, which I'm going to put this in the giveaway because I don't ever wear scarves. So I'm going to put that in my giveaway box, but like cute little added gift. I like that. And just double check on where you're located if Oden'S does ship to you, if you're located in other countries, because what a bummer that would be. Let's see. Heather Austin, Morgan Turner. Is it Honeybee? Patty Alonso? Yes! Let's see. She doesn't say she gets heart. Wait, she doesn't say she gets heart pan. I like using fingers for shimmers. Yes, same. Same. If I don't use my fingers, I will use my Esom W21, which is the best brush. I have it linked down below in, I think, one of the looks. That is, to me, the best brush for applying a metallic like it would apply with a finger. Like, that's the closest brush that I've ever found for that. Fantastic brush. I also love the W23 as well. But I'm just going to pop on some mascara on the lower lashes just to give you guys a better idea. Let me throw some Makeup Geek eyeliner on as well. Did you guys enjoy seeing like the multiple looks though? Like, was it worth the time that I put into it? Because damn. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Sandy asked what time. Here you go, baby boo. let's see, on the 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, and then Sweden time, it is 1 a.m. on the 14th. So there is your times if you guys missed it. And I would definitely encourage you guys to shop through Angie's link during purchasing if you are interested. Simply because I'm pretty sure that she's going to get commission based on the amount of palettes that are sold. But whenever it's like a collaboration, I try to like push you guys to use like the actual creators links. Because why wouldn't we want them to make that money, honey? Right? So while I'm popping my lashes on, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Of course, I'm going to use my Vive half lashes again because I feel like these are just killing it for me lately. Cami said, love the multiple looks. Yes! I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. 7 looks is like a lot, but especially since it is more colorful. And I think that a lot of my viewers, you know, tend to like more of like the looks that I like as far as like neutral, everyday sort of a vibe. It's something different. And like I said, if you're interested in trying Oden'S, I also think that the last collaborative palettes were fantastic as well when they launched the 3. I think one was with Tina from the Fancy Face, one was with Annette's Makeup Corner, and the other one was, her name is Judy? I'm not really familiar with Judy though. But those palettes were fucking fire. That's where I don't know, like if you haven't tried Oden'S, you definitely should. I think this is going to put a lot of people onto Oden'S to see what they've been missing out on. Because they have lipsticks, they've got eyeshadow palettes out the yin yang, but they also have like highlighters. They have so many beautiful products that if you have not checked them out, you definitely should. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you, Nadine. She said, love the looks. Let's see. Does Oden'S have flex pay? I'm not, I want to say they do, but I'm not positive. That would be something I would encourage you to check out on the website. This will be my very first palette from Oden'S, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Yes. I would recommend, since the hype is going to be fucking real, I feel like we all know that, you're probably going to want to be on the site like as it launches. You know how it goes. Because when it's a collaboration, especially with a bigger creator like Angie, you know, the likeliness of it selling out, because I don't know if she said like how many palettes were ordered or anything like that. There's obviously a higher like percentage of chance that it could sell out. So you're going to want to probably get it like ASAP if possible. If you're interested. Do I feel like you need this palette in your life? No, I don't feel like that with any palette, but I do feel like it's a really great palette, especially if you've never tried the brand. Even if you have tried the brand, I think it's just a really unique color story, and I think that's something that Angie does incredibly well when she has done like her collaborations. She did her collaborations with Kaleidos before. See, look at what a difference that makes. Fucking lashes. I love them. If you're wondering, again, these are the Vive half lashes, and I believe HL2 featured them in my recent favorites video. Let me pull out really quick the other palette that she did in collaboration with Kaleidos, just so you can see, because I'm sure, hold on, I'm sure if you've watched Angie's channel, you probably picked this up, or you're really pissed that you missed it. So, this is the Club Nebula palette. I did videos on this as well. But this is the palette. I just wanted you to see like the color story differences. Just so if you're like, okay, I have Club Nebula, like, do I need this one too? I do feel like these are definitely different enough where it's not going to be like, oh my god, overwhelming, like repeat shades. If anything, I think it's like a really great variety between the two palettes. I don't want to blind you guys. But do you see, like, what different color stories? I'm pretty sure she said with this palette, she wanted it to be, like, warmer, and she wanted it to be more, like, grungy, but still colorful. I think she definitely succeeded. Club Nebula, though, that was a fucking banger, too. Did you guys see they showed the rest of the new Kaleidos collection today? So excited about it, but that's a little side note. So if you have Club Nebula, do I think you could still get away with, you know, getting the new one? Absolutely. I think there's really like no overlap, maybe like a shade, but not really. So I wanted to show you guys that. And if you guys have any other questions, just leave them in the comments, or if I catch them right before I get off this live chat, I will address them. But other than that, I think she did a fantastic job. I'm really impressed with this palette. Congrats to Angie. I mean, she killed it as per usual. I mean, I expected nothing less, honestly. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this was useful. If you guys are shopping the collection, make sure you guys use Angie's link to support her channel. I mean, why not? And again, if you're wondering the times that it's going to launch, here it is. And other than that, if you guys want to see more like multiple looks, one palette, just let me know. 7 looks is kind of a lot, but at least I got to really test this out. And everything, could not recommend enough. I think it's fantastic. So again, make sure you guys check out Oden'S website for all other details, and I will see you all in, hopefully, my next video. Happy Home Day! Bye!